Right, we're going to today use some Frits. These are all new Frits we've got in, various different types and colours. I'm going to make some small beads to show you what each one looks like and show you a couple of ideas of how else to use Frit. So I'm going to use a white, just a standard white. This is 204, the Vectra. So I think it shows it up quite well, but you can use it on any colour. Quite nice on clear or a complementary colour. So if you've got a purple, using it on maybe a paler purple glass, quite nice. So we're just going to make some standard beads now. And the first colour I'm going to use is Garnet Red powder. The powder's a lot finer than our standard Frits. It's a bit like fine sand, I would say. The fine powder's quite useful for backgrounds, and then you could put more things over the top. Quite nice. So I've laid my Frits on a graphite sheet, and that's just personal to me. That's how I like to use them. Obviously not all in one go, like I've just displayed them. Sometimes you can use it on a little tray, like a little tin tray, what you get like a mince pie in. They're quite useful because they're quite shallow. As long as you can get your bead in and be able to roll it. Okay, so we'll just do a standard bead, like so. So I'm going to use this one here. So I've got the shape of my bead, and I'm going to leave it to cool slightly. So push it in the Frit when it's too hot, so you may burn the Frit off, or you may just make your bead out of shape. So as you can see, I've put the Frit on. It's very fine. All you do is heat it up, and then it adheres to the glass. That's quite a nice light speckled effect. You could leave it like that, or if you want to put more on, if you feel it's not enough, just heat it again, or if there's an area where you haven't gone round properly, heat it again, roll your bead back in, and melt it in again. Now it's gone a little out of shape, so I'm just going to, I've obviously pressed too hard. There we are. That's the Garnet Red powder, we call it. So we'll show you the pictures when it's cool. So the next one I'm going to show you is a Multicolor Blue. This is a mix of colours, a bit like our Frit blends we sell, which we make ourselves. This is a lot finer than our Frit blends. So this is a bit like fine rock salt, I would say. Not quite as chunky as our standard range, and definitely not as powdery and fine as the other one I've just shown you, the red garnet one. So again, here we are making the bead. You can make any shape. So again, make sure you've made your bead, you've got your shape you want. Adapt your shape if you want. Make it a barrel or a square. Put our barrel shape, this one. So leave it set, heat it up again slightly, just enough heat on the surface as it's a surface decoration. Roll it in the frit all the way around. Remember, not pushing too hard because you'll misshape your bead. Heat it up. And this has got multicolours in, different colours, so I'm going to just add a little bit more to show the effect a bit more. Okay, we'll leave it to set. So that's got lots of colours on, quite a nice effect. Sort of sea themed, I suppose you would call that. Okay, the next one is a olive green transparent. Now we do olive green in an opaque, but this time we've got a transparent, which is new. It'd be nice in like anything to do with fields or leaves or natural things. So the olive green is a standard size what we sell. I would describe it a bit like rock salt, so it's quite chunky. But each different frit, no matter what size, gives a different effect. So you can suit different projects with different frits sizes. Roll it in the frit. If your bead cools too quick, obviously you're not going to get it stuck. So again, you need to reheat to stick it back on. The chunkier type frit does tend to need a little bit more heat to stick it on. So a bit more added extra on there. Now as it's bigger, you can heat it all in like we have been doing. Or sometimes it's quite nice to leave it bumpy. So I'll leave this one bumpy to show the different effect. But you still need to heat so much of it so it's not sharp, because obviously it's crushed glass. But it gives you another option. So that when it's cool will be transparent green. The next one is Opal Lilac. It's quite a nice rich purple. And I'm going to show you how to put a twist on it using a clear stringer. It's another way of using your frits in a different way. Frit's an easy thing for anybody who's a beginner to put a simple surface decoration on your bead. It's very quick and it's very effective. So I'll do this a bit bigger, this bead, to show you how it will work. Okay. I'm just setting my bead, getting the heat out. Slightly wonky. Sometimes I like to just roll the actual surface down the middle. Gives it a bit of better surface to actually put your frit on. Make it more level if you like that sort of thing. Right, we're going to put the frit on. So this is the Opal Lilac. Roll it in. I'm not going to put heavy on this time. Okay, it's all stuck up still, but I'm going to heat this one in, so I want it to be smooth. You don't need a lot of heat when you're melting in your frit. It is only on the surface, so you only need, that's all you're melting. You're not melting the bead underneath. Your bead is already set in the shape you desire. Right, just turn my flame down a little. Right, I'm going to spot heat where I'm going. So I'm going to heat here. Just spot heat where you want the twist to be. Lift it out of the flame, put a cold, clear stringer on and twist. Okay, the stringer is attached to the bead. Now to get the stringer off, you have to blow it. Do not burn yourself near the bead. And as you can see, it has come off. Sometimes you may get a little bit of clear glass here in the middle of the circle. Try not to do that. But if you heat it gently, it should blend in. I'm making a white bead, although the frit is white, but the frit isn't white when you heat it up, so it should be fine. I made one the other day on a really pale background, pale pink background, and that worked quite well, in contrast of the hot pink frit. I'm going to make a bit bigger bead, and again I'm going to twist it. And the glass is coming to the end of its little stick. Get used for something else. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll my bead a bit. Make it a bit longer. It's more of a barrel, that one. Heat it up again, just gently, so the surface is warm. And I'm going to roll it in my what looks like white frit. As you can see, it's going pink. We have quite a few frits that are reactive, quite interesting. Multi, iris orange, dark multi. We've got some iris ones as well. Just a little bit more. I quite like mine, quite heavy. You can use your graphite marble to help stick it on if it's not melting in so well. Okay, it was a barrel, so I'm going to just heat the sides and just get it a bit more round again. Okay, we're going to spot heat again at one side. Put my coal stringer in, twist it. I'm turning it a bit more this time. Keep turning it till it stops. Blow it, wiggle it, and out it comes. And to me it makes a bit like a shell shape.